What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite penguin, the Penguinator, and today I am bringing you a slight breakdown of the live stream done by Infinity Ward's Lee Ross and Travis Ramon, or Raymond, however you want to say his name, for Zombies from IW. Now, obviously, this is the new DLC that is coming out this coming Tuesday for the PlayStation 4, the Beast from Beyond. As you can see, there's scene 1 that just said it. And yes, this is not made up. We are starting off with the OSA assault rifle. We are not starting with pistols. We are going right in there with an automatic machine gun, or an assault rifle, AR. And that is, as you just saw, that's because of the cryptids. The cryptids are back, everybody. So definitely we're going to need something more powerful than we've ever started with because of the cryptids. And you see that thing in the background there? That is because we have to find Neil, which you will see them do in a moment. We have to find Neil's head, and we have to put him back in to that mechanism back there. And I think that is going to be step 1 of the main Easter egg. Now, Lee Ross, during this time, did say that in order for us to slow down the cryptids, we need to get Neil's head and put it in that slot, which will slow them down and then revert it to some zombies. However, the cryptids will still be showing up as part of the new clown round. And he also revealed that the other clown rounds from Spaceland, the Yetis, the ninjas, and so on, will be making an appearance again as parts of those rounds in this new map. So, in other words, this is basically their version of a Revelations. Everything is being thrown together, and I am super stoked for this. I'm super hyped. I cannot wait to get into this game, get into this map, and start running around trying to figure stuff out. Now, he also confirmed that Skull Hop, I guess 2.0, is going to be in this, because he made a comment about Skull Hop. Now, it could just be another version of Ghost and Skull, Skull Buster, Skull Hop, whatever. But most likely it's probably going to be another Skull Hop because of the way he was talking. He did confirm also that the legend, the Hoff, is back as the voice of Neil in this map. And we are getting, Samantha Ross, I believe was her name, in Extinction. She is going to be an integral part of bringing these two worlds together in this new DLC. So I really see, there's Neil's head right there, and now you have to run back, place it, and it changes it from cryptids to zombies. So we definitely need to do that right off the bat. Now, there are some things I've noticed while watching this. There's Up and Adams right there, and of course there's Tough Enough and so on. And he did say there will not be any brand new perks. It's all the same perks we've had the entire time. As you can see, there's one of the achievements, placing Neil's head 2 or more times. And you'll see some others pop up, like buying so many weapons and so on. But the other things we need to pay attention to in this is, of course, the gameplay. You need to really pay attention to your surroundings, because the cryptids are a lot faster than the zombies. They really are. Just by watching this, you can tell they're faster. They pop up everywhere. And also, he did confirm that a lot of this map was based off of alien horror films like Alien, Event Horizon, and so on. They were based off those maps. So we're going to see some stuff in there that's kind of like hinting or doing a little nod towards those genre movies. And again, they also wanted to show that Willard Wyler had been making a ton of movies over the years, such as Extinction and Nightfall and so on. And that's why we have the cryptids again. And it's a huge plot twist to where Extinction was actually a movie we were playing in way back when. Now, I do want to point something out if you just didn't notice it. And that is that if you go back, let me go back here on this. And I want to show you this real quick. This is why I left it up on my PC here. If you notice right here, that was not there a moment ago. So if you go back, when they run through there, wait, I think they placed it. If you run it back just a bit, see? It is not there. So that could be another step for possibly the Easter egg. Or it could just be where they were running around shooting everything and blowing up and it tossed it over there. I do not know. But let's go ahead and continue with our breakdown. And as I find stuff that I noticed while watching the live stream, I will point it out to you. But I did want to point that out to you, that it looked like there was nothing there, as you can see. And then later, there is something there, right there. So it could be that, it could not be that. I don't know. But let's continue on with the gameplay. So as they're playing through this, you're going to start noticing some stuff. And I'm going to pause it and let me go back right back here a little bit. Come on. Right there. Neil is going to be all over the place. As you can see, there's his head right there. They're going to be all over the place. So you need to pay attention to this. And I think that is for challenges. He will probably be giving us challenges. I don't know. But Lee Ross did make a comment about completing those challenges, which tells me that maybe that is how we are going to be getting as parts of the Easter egg. So I would definitely pay attention to Neil throughout this DLC once it drops. Now, I do want to point this out because I paused it here just for a moment, that these spacesuits are lying around. Now, if you go back, and right up here, as soon as he comes around the corner, come on, pause, right there is a helmet all by itself. Now, I think later, I see them walk by, and I don't know if it's the boards or if it's because you can pick it up. But it could be that this is part of some kind of outfit we have to collect or something for later on in the map. So there was another helmet right there and so on, and it just very well could be part of the Easter egg. So we definitely, when this map drops, we need to pay attention to those, and maybe one of them eventually will be able to be picked up and we can use it later. So as you can see, they're still fighting off some cryptids because they I don't know if they placed his head, but I think it's going to be kind of like Shaolin Shuffle. After 2 or 3 rounds, even though you've placed the head, that's when the cryptids stop and the zombies spawn in. So we will definitely need to pay attention to that. So let's go ahead, and they should be skipping forward here in a moment out of this, and some other stuff. Like I said, just pay attention to the surroundings because there's a lot. See, there's the zombies. So after about round 2 or 3, once you've placed Neil's head, apparently the zombies come in and the cryptids disappear until they are needed to be the next mini boss or clown round. So we definitely need to pay attention to the cryptids. So you can see there's a magic wheel right there. And the other thing that Lee Ross did say is that with the Skull Hacker, we can get into the skull machines, but unless we complete it, we will not get the Perkaholic. It is not free. We still have to beat the arcade machine. So just because you have it does not mean you will get a free Perkaholic. He said nothing is free for Infinity Ward. You have to earn it. Now, also, that will not give you the achievements. Let me pause that right here because I want to touch that. But you also will not get any achievements. To get the achievements for the Ghost and Skull, Skull Hop, whatever it's called, you have to complete it legitimately. He did say that as well. Now, I do want to go ahead and make a comment about this. As you can see, we are in the theater. So the whole time while we've been running in there, going into the Pack-a-Punch machine, being kicked back out, and it was a theater, we are now actually going to go around in the theater. Kind of reminds me of Kino. But we can now run around in the theater, and that is a trap right there for the screen. And we can go open the doors, going out, and there's VPN, VPR, whatever it's called, as a wall by now. And, of course, there's quickies. But that is something that is new, is now we are actually able to run around the movie theater. And again, yes, it does have that Revelations type feel where you're running around Kino, the theater, and so on. So, considering that I think Treyarch kind of helped them out some with this, I'm not surprised that it's kind of got that feel to it. But it is still pretty cool that we are now able to run around the actual theater shooting zombies. And in a moment, he's going to go through the door and you will see that we are actually in the Afterlife Arcade. Boom! There it is. The Afterlife Arcade right there. So, yes, now, there is something that needs to be made note of as well. Lee Ross did make the comment that this is not the same theater as the ones in the film. This is completely different. We are now teleported outside of the movies. We are now in the real world. So the 2 theaters are totally separate. Now the question is, when you go down, because they didn't show it, if you go down completely and bleed out, will you appear in the Afterlife arcade that is part of the theaters in the movie? And as you can see, there's the Ravers from Raven the Redwoods and so on. So he didn't touch on that, but I'm guaranteeing we probably will. But I am very, very stoked for this map. I cannot wait. It looks like it's going to be super good. And there's still some more stuff I want to pinpoint and show you in a second. But let me go ahead and fast forward through some of this footage that I recorded, and I will show you what I'm talking about. Okay, as you can see there outside, now I want to pause. Right there, that's your Pack-a-Punch. I guarantee it, because right here is a cipher. Or one of the, not so much a cipher. Yep, there it is. Alright, let's go back. I want to show that to you. Right there. It's the V that you saw in the circle inside the Pack-a-Punch room. So we definitely need to pay attention to that. And I'm pretty sure that that's probably going to be the Pack-a-Punch room itself that leads into. Now, as in how to get it open, I am not sure. But that is definitely, most likely, the Pack-a-Punch room. And as I said, one of the circle ciphers is on the ground right in front of it. So that is something we need to pay attention to as well. The other thing that Lee Ross dropped the bomb on is the super Easter egg, which he has now called the Director's Cut. So in other words, what we have to do, we do not have to have Ghost and Skulls, we do not have to have any of them done whatsoever, but we do have to have all 5 soul keys done in order to get this Director's Cut. And what that basically is this, that once we finish and completely beat the Beast from Beyond, then we will be able to go in and play as the Director's Cut. We can toggle it on and off. In other words, we can do it with Director's Cut on or with it off. Now, if you do it with it on, you are going to start with a much powerful weapon than a pistol, kind of like the OSA. And also, you will have completely different dialogue with the characters. You'll have a completely different boss at the very end of all of it. And it is going to be super, super awesome from what he is talking about. And I'm sure we're going to have some calling cards too as you beat the different things with Director's Cut on. And as he said, once you've got all 5 soul keys that activates Director's Cut, you can turn it on. Once you turn it on, that activates the Yeti Eye Easter egg. So he also said, oh wait, I want to go back. I want to look at something right here. Again, he runs up the stairs. I want to see something here. Okay, it was securing the entry. I wanted to make sure, because I thought maybe he had crossed over something and you could pick it up. But it was just securing the window right there for the zombies, so don't worry about that. I was just like, ooh, maybe they slipped up and got near it. Okay, but the other thing that we need to address is, if you saw it right there, these are all over the place. And again, they are right here in this area. They are on the outside in a snowy area, which is actually a copy of a multiplayer map that is in the Infinity Ward game. So those what do you call them? Kiosks, I guess is what you would call them. Those kiosks will most likely start a challenge, and that challenge is a step towards the Easter egg, or something like Neil used to do back in Spaceland, where you got tickets, you got prizes, what have you, to help you through the Easter egg. And because these are all over the place, there is a section that these have 4 of them side by side. So if you're playing with 4 player, it is almost looking like to get to the boss of that area, or to finish off the boss of the Beast from Beyond, you all 4, if you have 4 players, have to each at the same time hit those switches, and boom, you go in. Now, that is just a speculation on my part. I have no inside information whatsoever, but I did want to bring that to your attention as I watched this live stream from Lee Ross and Travis. That's what it seemed like to me, because I'm not sure if I kept the recording when I was editing this to try and shorten it down from a 1-hour live stream to where I just pinpointed stuff for you, that I captured that area. So again, guys, I really am stoked, and I'm really super hyped about this map. It looks super awesome, and of course, I love movie references. any movie reference for one of my favorite movies growing up from the 80s and so on. And yes, I'm showing my age here. I don't care. But like Elvira, I watched some of her stuff when I was growing up, and it was awesome to watch. And I really liked her show and so on, bringing some of that old horror film. Ugh. Like, I watched Elvira, and watching some of her stuff where she brought some of the old horror film black and white to life and just made it a lot of fun. And then that, of course, led into Mystery Science Theater, where they kind of made fun of it, which was still fun. And, of course, Knight Rider with the Hoff. I like that show. And if you notice, several of the characters made a comment where they were the host with the most. And that is a slight reference to Beetlejuice, a movie that Beetlejuice was portrayed by the way of a great actor by the name of Michael Keaton, who, of course, was one of my favorite Batman actors. So they have tidbits. And, of course, Neil is Baseland made the comment, "Please do not disassemble, Neil is alive." That is a reference to Short Circuit. That was another great movie. They have put so many movie references because this is based off of like you're playing inside of a movie in this game. So you need to pay attention to them. Now, there is something I want you to pay attention to. When you're playing the maps, doesn't matter which map, listen for what the zombies are saying. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, Penguin, what are you talking about? I have multiple times now heard the zombies say phrases such as, "My mom hates me," or "My dad hates me, save me." They're saying random phrases. Now, my question is, like, there's one where you hear, when you do the charms in Raven the Redwoods, you have one that is Willard Wire's daughter talking, where he threw them in there to get killed, and she makes a comment, and one of the female zombies does make this comment, "My dad hates me." What if that's a reference to Willard Wyler? So you need to pay attention to what the zombies are also saying. And again, pay attention to the ciphers, pay attention to everything. Now, there is one more thing I wanted to show, which I'm going to have to go actually, no, I can probably do it right here. Let's see. Nope, he went right by it. Okay, let me go all the way back. I want to show this to you, if I can find it. Now, remember, in Attack of the Radioactive Thing, we had those boxes that, to get the upgradable parts for the Wonder Weapon, we had to hit with the crowbar. Now, I noticed this in this live stream, those boxes are around this map. So, again, if he will go, there's one right there. Right there. As you can see, there's one right there. It's got the stripes on it. However, there's something else. There is another box that is near where they go through the area where Neil's head is, and it is closed. However, once they go by it, or after a bit, I noticed that it is now open. It is slightly cracked open. So I think one of them grabbed a part that is probably part of the main Easter egg. Or a side Easter egg, I don't know. But it looks like that one moment is closed, next minute, boom, it is slightly cracked open. And I say cracked because it is blocked by boxes and everything else. So I really, really strongly suggest everybody go back through this live stream, pause, look at stuff as it goes by, and you will start noticing stuff as well. So it is definitely going to be a fun map for us to play. I'm really looking forward to it, and I know a lot of y'all that are fans on my channel are also looking forward to it as well. Now, I am trying to pay attention to this because that is one of the new traps right there. And he did this in the live stream. He activated it, and what it did is it opened up the door. The zombies started eating the meat, and then they froze, and then they were able to kill them off. Kind of like the freezer trap in Attack of the Radioactive Thing. So again, new traps for us to activate. There's probably another box right there. We're going to actually, no, I take it back because there's the other side that's padding. But as you see right there, there's the power box that was for the freezer trap. So I'm not surprised it is right beside a freezer trap type mechanism. So you're going to start seeing stuff that's been passed from map to map show up, as he said, and all of it has culminated into their version of kind of like a Revelations map. Now, I am keeping this going for a little bit because I want to try and show you what I was talking about with that box. And I'm trying to, and I don't want to skip by it, so I'm just going to let it play through. But if it doesn't, don't worry about it. Just definitely pay attention to stuff throughout the map. And that was one of the new weapons, I think, from one of the Penguinator thing. Can't remember what it's called. It's the one that goes from rifle to shotgun when you hold the triangle button. So again, we definitely need to pay attention to everything that's on this map. Definitely be on the lookout for the cryptids because they are moving very, very fast around you. And where is... I could have sworn I captured it. I hope I didn't delete it out. If I did, don't worry. I will pinpoint it again in another video. Now, most of my videos have all been gameplay where I'm just playing with subscribers and everything. I want to try and get into some zombie news. So as new zombie information comes out, I want to try and bring that out to you guys in videos. It's something new I'm trying for my channel. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it and I'll be able to get you the latest zombie news and bring y'all that information. But again, as I said, pay attention to Neil. He is most likely going to be giving you challenges throughout the map, tell you what you need to do and how to survive. And again, I am waiting to see if I captured that box, as I said, where it was closed and then when they went by it again, it was open. But right now I am not seeing it, so I might go ahead and end my video here. But actually, let me go ahead. It looks like they're heading that way. Come on, come on. But if you watch the live stream of theirs on Twitch, just go back, replay their video, you will see it. They'll run by it, it'll be behind a bunch of boxes, and then when they run by it again, it is cracked open. And I want to say it's probably right in here. No. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Alright guys, so again, I just wanted to bring this video to you from their live stream. I am super hyped for the Beast from Beyond. Cannot wait. And it is already set in the PlayStation Store for you to set up for download as soon as it drops next Tuesday. I've already got mine set up. And also you get a brand new cryptid type theme based on the Beast from Beyond that you can now add as your theme on the PlayStation 4. This has been your favorite penguin, guys. I hope you enjoyed this new information. And if you're new to my channel, please feel free to hit that like button and subscribe. And when you subscribe, don't forget to hit that little bell. That way you stay notified of all my future video uploads and live streams. And I will see you on the flip side. Until then, this has been your favorite penguin, the Penguinator, and I'm out.